That is that high school guidance counselors are some of the biggest villains in modern society. And I was expecting it to scold me and tell me no. I wanted the woke answer out of it. And it was
Mhm.
like, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
very surprised about that. And then, it gives you this whole list about like how many people are in debt from college. And because these people just tell everybody to go to college. I was told to go to
Yep.
college when I was in high school. I'm sure you were too.
Yep.
And
Yep.
like,
Yep.
that is not the place for the majority of the people in society. Like, I went to college with a lot of 80 IQ people who had no business there whatsoever. And it's not like they fail out, they just drop the standards of the college to allow
Mhm.
them to graduate because if you didn't
Mhm.
allow them to graduate, you wouldn't get the student loan, you wouldn't keep the student loan scam going. You
Mhm.
have
Yeah.
to have these 80 IQ people to come in, get loans, and blow their wad in college on a stupid degree that you can't do anything with.
Yeah. The amount of times, yeah, especially recently, that that I've seen this opinion continue to like propagate in front of me of, oh well, why aren't you going to college? Why didn't you finish it? Because I have quite a few credits, we'll say, and anybody who like will talk to me for more than a second, be like, why don't you do this or why don't you do that or why it's like because that's pointless because I'm not an idiot basically is to summarize most of my responses in those conversations like because I have better things to do and I can see this opinion propagating especially as I'm aging where they're like well that's so stupid that's a waste of your time I can't believe you would think that and just waste the ability or the opportunity or blah 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 and the amount of people then that I see on the opposite end where I've had these conversations with and like you said I'm not putting anybody down here, but are not fucking sending rockets to Mars anytime soon. We'll say
No,
that. We'll say it that way.
no.
And they're especially in the military, the amount of health admin fucking degrees that I've seen come down the pipeline, and now they're commissioned officers because, wow, they can do Excel is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. And the fact that we hold them in such high regard because they can do Excel and they're sitting there behind their desk crunching numbers all fucking day on how they can squeeze every cent and nickel
Yep.
out of the patient and out of the, provider patient experience is fucking disgusting. Let's
Yep.
call a fucking spade a spade.
It is.
And the fact that everybody's saying, "Oh, well, you didn't have a degree, so you can't speak on this stuff and you didn't do the work necessary." It's like sorry that I realized it was a scam long before you ever did because I've had these conversations with doctors who are practicing 30 years and down the road and they come back saying don't do what I did I regret what I did like I had no time for my kids I had
Yeah.
no time for myself blah blah blah